Um, hey gamers, Cometify here, and you're probably seeing gameplay on the screen, but I am not playing a game right now. Um, I'm just recording audio. It's a bit different from what I usually do, um, but I'm doing some just talking. It's a series I'm creating called Cometify Talks. I'm not gonna do this all the time. This is gonna be like probably every month I do this, but it's just like a thing where I can just start talking and like have a conversation and just let my mind talk, because there has been something on my mind recently, and it's not just what do you call it? I mean, I've been quite sad recently, but that's not what I want to talk about. It's more about how I handled it in a way, because this video is literally going to be called "Why I Love Markiplier." It's a weird video to record because I'm not used to just telling my opinion and letting it out there, because it's a weird thing to me to just say what's on my mind, because this isn't scripted at all. I'm just like saying this at the top of my head. It's a bit weird, to be honest with you, but I'm just gonna say what I want to say, and that'll be the video. And whatever is playing in the background, whatever it be, it'll let it be. So, if you don't know, I love YouTube. I love gaming. I love all this kind of stuff. It's a big part of me, because I have had I've been struggling with depression for a while. It's a I still struggle with it. I struggled with it since probably the worst was 5th grade for me, because at that point I was pretty bad, and it was really bad. I just remember every day I would go to school, and I would just be on the desk, sleeping, and just tired, and always looking for a way out of school. And it was a very, very bad thing. And it got to the point where my teacher, she knew there's something wrong with me, and called our principal, and he immediately knew there's something wrong with me, and I told him what was wrong, and I told him how I felt, and he tried to comfort me, but it didn't really do much for me. But he recommended a child therapist, but I never did go to one. Because I started getting better for a while. Around that time, how I was getting better was really discovered that YouTube was such an amazing thing, and you could find a lot of good people in there. And I found a lot of people on there just from watching videos and such. I remember finding Skies Minecraft, the Yogs Cast, all those Minecraft YouTubers. They're such a big part of my childhood, because they made it. I remember watching Skies Minecraft's like mod reviews, and it was the most entertaining thing to me. And I don't know what I could do to thank him for doing those, because it thoroughly kept me entertained. And I doubt if if I was, what do you call it? I doubt if I like went back to that time and I didn't have like Skies Minecraft or them on when during the time I was feeling like that. I guarantee it would probably be so much worse than I would have been. But there was one of the main people was I found that really just grabbed me and made me feel so much better. Was a little YouTuber at the time called, well, not a little YouTuber, but it was a YouTuber at the time called Markiplier. And obviously, a lot of people probably already know who Markiplier is, and because recently he released a heist with Markiplier, a really very big thing, which is really awesome. I discovered him, and it was he was the funniest thing. I remember watching his remember watching all these videos he did, like funny videos, scary videos. I love watching his Slender gameplay. I never really could get into his Amnesia series or his SCP series because I was young and I really didn't understand it, so it was kind of hard for me to get enthralled into. So like I never did watch that stuff. But I just remember watching him and it was it was amazing. He immediately lit up my world, and he just kept me so entertained because his personality was just so bubbly and like happy and just super nice, and like that really like made me happy in a time that I was not happy at all. So I started watching Markiplier, and then Five Nights at Freddy's became a thing, which was also really crazy. And I remember watching all his videos, and it it was crazy to me because it honestly was one of the most funnest things I can remember as a kid watching, which was just Markiplier screaming at the top of his lungs when Bonnie showed up for the first time, and then the second night when he showed up really fast and he did not expect it. It's so fascinating to see like someone just have that much fun from playing a simple game. I mean, it's like you wouldn't expect a grown man. He was a grown man. He was probably like I don't know, 21 at the time. He's a grown man screaming at the top of his lungs at an animatronic in a game coming after him. It that's so weird to me. I don't know why I found it so thoroughly entertaining, but I did, and it's incredible. But that's not. But I'm not just here to talk about his content and why I enjoyed it so much. I'm here to talk about how, in a way, he kind of saved my life, I guess. Now this is a weird, like I said before, this is a weird thing to talk about, but I I suffer really badly with my thoughts and depression, I guess. I mean, I'm sure some people will have it way worse than me. I'm guaranteeing you. There's like there's probably thousands and thousands of people that have so much worse like thoughts and bad things happen to them than me. But it was it was a point in my life, like the worst point in my life, that I honestly didn't know if living was a good thing to do. It it's a weird thing because I only heard of depression and suicide, and I don't really know why I felt that way at the time, and I always wanted to stop. And I remember staying up multiple nights just crying because it was like the feeling would never go away. Like even to this day, there I still cry every so often because like those feelings still come up. I guess I can be honest with y'all. I was pretty depressed over the thought of losing everything and losing people and being left alone. I I don't I didn't know how to cope with that kind of feeling, and I still don't, because it still grabs me ever so often and just doesn't let go. Because right now I'm still I recently had a kind of a episode of it again, and I'm struggling again with it. Oh, not as bad as it was before though, but I'm struggling with it again. But when I was the worst back in 5th grade, just that goofball with glasses and the avatar with a pink mustache lit up my world to the point where anytime I watched him, I couldn't help but smile. I couldn't help but just pull out a big grin and just and just laugh. I mean, he's like I said, he's the funniest thing to me. And even to this day, when I look at him, I still watch him. Even to this day, I can't help but smile out and laugh at a lot of his stuff. It's weird to me that such a simple person to me, since such a simple person can just make me smile to the point where I the may be like the most upset I've been in like a long time, and yet he can still just make me give a big old grin, and it was crazy to me. But at the I was at the lowest point of my life, worst of it. I don't think I've ever been that upset, and he legit just pulled me out of it. And I honestly couldn't thank him enough. Like, if I ever got to meet him, or if I could talk to him, if he does, if you are watching this, Mark, I honestly need to thank you, because I've never like, I've never been so thankful to someone for like bringing me out of the darkness like you did. And I doubt I'll ever get to meet you or ever get to talk to you, but if you ever do see this, or if I ever do meet you and get to see you and talk to you, I really would love to just like give you a big hug for just essentially saving my life from myself and from my own mind, because it's a stretch, but I bet if I never found the YouTubers that I did, like you, Skies Minecraft, Jacksepticeye, and them, I kind of doubt I would be on the planet. And that's a weird thing to say, but my outlook on suicide now is, I don't understand why people do it, and it's very upsetting to see it, but I just I just have this feeling that if I continue on that cycle, my view on suicide and my philosophy that all life is precious and hate is not warranted isn't warranted to anyone, that everyone deserves a chance, I just think my philosophy of that would be turned on its head. That I probably wouldn't have thought that living would have been worth it. And this is a weird video that's coming up that you're probably watching. If anyone else is watching this, I'm just like, I wanted to get this off my mind, because I don't really feel like I can talk about this kind of stuff with my family, and they're probably gonna watch this. So yeah, guys, if you're watching this, I'm just like, it's just how I feel. But the fact that like someone like Markiplier could enthrall me like that, and give me like all this hope and all this joy from the darkest time in my life, is what made me want to be a YouTuber. I don't I don't really care about the fame. I don't really care if I make money. It'd be nice if I made money, because I would love to give my grandparents. One of the real reasons I want to do it is because I know there's people just like me who are in that dark place, who are upset and who don't think there's a way out other than not living. And I just really want to give those people a smile like Markiplier did for me, because it honestly is, what do you call it? Honestly is like the best thing in the world, to see someone like him bring so much joy to all these people. And I really do hope that I can, what do you call it, bring someone that joy from the stupid videos I make, I I guess you could say I don't really have a personality, if you want to say that, because I don't hardly talk. But like, I just hope that in the one in a million chance, someone sees my video, and they get enough joy out of it to make it through another day. It'd make the world to me, because that's what Mark did for me. Give me Gave me the feeling that I can move on and I can keep on going. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this video. Again, this is a weird one, but I just really felt like I should talk about how I feel right now and how I felt about this for a long time, because he deserves all the praise. I'll leave Markiplier's channel in the description. If y'all want to get in contact with me, my Discord server is in the description down below. I'll leave my Twitter and my Instagram in the description down below too. Subscribe if you like the gaming content. I can do more of these if y'all want, just me speaking my mind. But yeah, otherwise I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.